Are you ready to evolve your life? Are you ready to see immense growth and manifestation in your life? Are you ready to evolve every aspect of your mind, body, and your soul? Well, you're tuned in to Evolved Mastery, and I'm your host, Princeton Clark, and it is my goal to assist you on your journey of self-mastery as you create greatly in every moment of your life. So join me in this episode of Evolved Mastery. Hey, what's going on, guys? Princeton Clark here, and you're tuned into another episode of Evolved Mastery. I just want to start this podcast, as I always do, just showing so much gratitude for you guys who continuously tune in and share the podcast and who send me messages and just touch base with me and let me know how they're impacting your lives. And, that's why I do what I do, to know that, I'm lighting a fire in your lives, and that fire is starting to roar and it's starting to set ablaze to a new path as you continuously grow and evolve and really light up the world with your own purpose and your own potential. So if you're one of those people who truly enjoy the podcast, then I'd love to get your support. Go to my website, to the support link, click support, and then go down. And if you'd like to donate, feel free to do so. All the help and all the donations go towards expanding the Evolved Mastery platform to assist me in reaching more and more people. As you guys know, if you've been following my podcast long enough, my purpose and my desire is to reach millions of lives with my own life, but to open doors and to create a foundation that allows other people to use their lives to reach millions of lives. So if you really support the Evolved Mastery podcast and the Evolved Mastery platform, I'd love to get your support. So go on over to www.evolvedmastery.com and leave a donation and show your support and assist me in reaching the world. Guys, today I want to deal with the topic of the 4 zones of growth. Because I feel like when we start talking about self-mastery and we start talking about really stepping into your potential, so many times people get stuck and they don't understand why they feel like they're plateauing or why they're stuck in this state of insanity that's not really manifesting what they have the ability to manifest. So I want to help you guys, and I want to kind of paint a picture for you guys to kind of help you evaluate where you are and why you are manifesting or not manifesting what you have the potential to manifest. Today, I'm going to be discussing the 4 zones of growth. And the first zone that I'm going to start with is the comfort zone. Now, when we start talking about the comfort zone and we compare that to, walking in our potential, evolving our lives, and really expanding through self-mastery, we have to understand that this is the first zone that we have to break free from and we have to evolve out of in order to move forward. Because in the comfort zone, see, when we talk about growth, growth is expanding, growth is change. But the comfort zone is all about feeling safe and in control. See, a lot of times we get so stuck in trying to control everything that's happening. We try to control, what we don't want to happen. We try to control the circumstances and situations of our lives by isolating ourselves and putting ourselves in a quote unquote safe place. See, but life is full of changes. Things are always going to change. People are going to come and go. Circumstances are always going to be shifting around you. And if you're always trying to stay in this comfort zone, you're always trying to find this place where you feel safe and in control in your mind, you're limiting your ability to grow. You're limiting your ability to step into newness. You're limiting your ability to walk in your potential and in your power. See, power is about evolving through changes. Power is about learning from the changes and expanding your being, gaining more wisdom and stepping into newness, taking the risk on yourself to develop new fruit in the tree of your life. See, and when you're stuck in a comfort zone, you won't move. You will stay exactly where you are. I talk to people and I coach people all the time who are stuck in a comfort zone. They're complaining about the conditions of their life and how they've been dealing with the same stuff over and over again and how nothing is changing. And every time they try something new, it doesn't change. It only becomes the same all over again. And there's some things we have to address when I'm dealing with my clients who are stuck in this place, because in order to get out of that place, you have to realize that something that you are doing, some action or non-action that you are taking, is creating this insanity that you're calling your life. But we got to expand out of that comfort zone. See, because life isn't always going to feel safe. and you're not always going to be in control. You don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next, but the only thing you can control is how you choose to respond. And you have to start responding differently. You have to start evolving the way you respond. Once we start doing that, there's something that happens. We move into the state of fear, and that's the next zone, the fear zone. And see, in the fear zone, there's a low sense of self-confidence. That's where we begin to make excuses. That's where we're affected by outside circumstances and other people's opinions and all these other things outside of us. We are steeped in all these different emotions that in comfort, we can protect ourselves from, or so we think. But once we start evolving out of that comfort zone, there comes this feeling of fear, that, what if I move forward in this and it doesn't work out? What if I start this relationship and it falls apart just like every other relationship? What if I take this business opportunity and it crumbles underneath me? What if I start making these decisions and I start making changes in my life and then I fall backwards and I do the same things all over again? What if? And the truth is, a lot of this roots in this fear that you're not good enough, this fear of failure, this fear of not manifesting what you have the ability to manifest. But see, life is all about taking steps forward. I always say I don't believe in failure, because failure only happens when we stop moving. See, even if I'm moving and I'm taking steps out of comfort and I'm pushing through the fear and I'm constantly evolving my life, even if I stumble forward. So when I stand up, I'm still not where I was. I simply learned the lesson from that situation or circumstance in my life. I evolve from it and I keep moving, because I understand that life is not going to stop simply because I stumble. My circumstances are not going to change simply because I stumble. My situations in my relationships and all those things are not going to change if I just stand still and don't move and don't evolve and don't become better. See, because your vibe attracts your tribe. And if I'm constantly in a movement of creation, I'm constantly manifesting newness in my life, then I'm going to start to attract new situations. I'm going to start to attract new relationships. I'm going to start to attract new opportunities into my life. And see, I have to push beyond fear, because comfort held me still. And then as I stepped out of that comfort, it was uncomfortable for me. And I had to start really shifting some things. And see, this is where the fear comes, because now when you step into comfort, you are evolving into something new. So imagine when you step out of your comfort zone, you are cocooning yourself to evolve yourself. You're getting ready to spread your wings, but some things have to be disrupted. Those old habits, those old states of being, all that stuff has to be disrupted. So when you start feeling uncomfortable, that's a sign that you're growing. That's a sign that you're moving into something new. And if you just keep moving into that newness, something new will manifest for you. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be in the next zone. And the next zone is called the learning zone. See, in the learning zone, this is where you begin to tackle challenges and problems. You begin to gain new skills, and it extends the comfort zone. See, and what happens as we learn and we grow, see, this is where a lot of people plateau, because they'll grow and they'll start to push forward. They'll start to move forward, and then they just stop, because now they've made it to somewhere they've never been before and things are getting easy again. But see, if we stay in that state of ease for too long, we stop growing. And then eventually we're back in another comfort zone, and we're going to be challenged to come out of that comfort zone. Then we're going to have to go through that fear zone again, only to get back to that learning zone again and start tackling those challenges again. So when you start experiencing all these different challenges in your life, and you start growing through all these different circumstances in your life and facing new problems and gaining new skills, that's a sign that you've evolved beyond the fear zone. And so you want to keep that process going. You want to continue to learn. I always tell people, there's no reason why you have to be stuck where you are. There's no reason to stay stuck in insanity. You have the ability to evolve and grow and manifest fruit in your life of massive change. You have to stay in a consistent state of growth, because growth is where manifestation happens. See, when a seed is planted in the dirt, It has to face the challenge of pushing forward and pushing upward out of that dirt. And it's not always easy. It has to unfold itself and it has to push closer and closer to the light because it knows that if it stops, it's never going to manifest the fruit that it has the potential to manifest. So as you continue to move, as you continue to grow, as you continue to manifest what you have the ability to manifest, continue to learn, continue to challenge yourself to expand, continue to challenge yourself to step into newness, continue to challenge yourself to step into new opportunities, situations, relationships, so on and so forth. All these things are going to bring you lessons. All these things are going to bring you opportunities for growth. And this is what I want to assist you guys in, because the more you do that, eventually you enter into, out of the learning zone, into the growth zone. And see, when you enter into the growth zone and you're being expanded, this is where you start gaining your purpose. And this is where your dreams begin to come alive. And this is where you start to conquer more goals and conquer objectives and set more goals. Because see, now you're in a state like once that seed breaks forth out of the dirt, and it begins to bloom in all of its glory, and the light begins to shine even more. Now the world is beginning to see that magic that's happening. See, a lot of the times the magic isn't manifesting in your life because you're choosing to stay stuck in the dirt. You're choosing to stay in this place that's comfortable, that's holding you, and it's keeping you there. But there's so much more to you, and you got to keep pushing out of that. Push past the fear, begin to expand yourself and begin to learn. Go to different meetings, conferences, seminars, get around people who have evolved through those aspects of life. Start seeking out mentors. See, we're not in this thing alone. So we got to reach out to people, see, because there's nothing new under the sun. Every one of us is growing through something. And I always say that I've been gifted with every experience in every area of my life that I've had to grow. I've been gifted to be able to assist many others in their ability to grow, because I understand that every time I overcame something, it brought a lesson with it. And that wisdom from that lesson is now what I use to teach and impact so many other people's lives. And you have the ability to do the same thing in your own life. As you begin to grow and expand, push past comfort, push past fear, and really begin to learn and expand in your power and to extend that comfort zone and then extend beyond a fear again and more fears again, you begin to continuously manifest new growth. And see, once you start moving into new growth, this is when you experience mastery. This is what we're talking about, people. This is what we're working towards. We're working towards mastery. So in our minds, in our bodies, in our souls, we have to work every day to push past comfort. We have to work every day to push past fear. We have to work every day to step into the new phases of our life, the new experiences and the new challenges, because these things are watering the seed of your being so that you can break free from the dirt of the old into the light of the new. See, when we seem to be lost in these states of darkness, it's because we're not pushing forward. And see, the dirt only serves as a holding place for the seed, and as you begin to grow, you begin to expand roots downward into that dirt. And this is why I always say you are the root to the tree of your life. See, that seed has some roots in it, and that root has to take deep grounding within the earth of your life so that you can begin to push forward and grow and develop the fruit of your potential. What seed are you? Are you the seed that's going to give up? Are you the seed that's going to stay in that dark, dirty place? Or are you the seed of potential that's going to burst through and manifest what you have the ability to manifest? See, you have to make a decision in every single moment of your life. Because in every single moment, you are deciding whether or not you are going to stay where you are or create newness in your life that expands your life and opens doors in your life so that you can experience more fruitful opportunities, better relationships, more wisdom that's going to assist you in building your purpose, your dream, your business, or whatever it is that you have the potential to create in your life. You have to decide every single day, am I going to be the seed that stays right where it is, not manifesting what it can manifest? Or am I the seed that's going to root myself and grow myself and manifest newness as I break free from this illusion of darkness that's kept me bound? See, it starts with you. Everything in your life starts and ends with you. So when we're talking about the 4 growth zones, we have to realize that this applies to every aspect of your life. whether it's your business or your purpose or your relationships, your mind, your body, your soul. Every aspect of your life is going to require growth. Either you're going to choose to stay comfortable and be complaining about where you are and what's not manifesting, what you haven't had the opportunity to experience, what's not going right in your life. Or you're going to choose to grow out of that comfort zone, push through the fear, which is nothing more than an illusion in your mind, and then move into the learning zone and on into the growth zone where you're manifesting what you have the ability to manifest. Like I said, you are the root to the tree of your life. And if you're not seeing the root that you have the potential to manifest, then it's not because you can't do it. It's because you're choosing not to. It's because you're choosing to stay where you are as opposed to moving beyond where you are. I don't care what type of situation you're facing. Life is not about what happens to you. And you guys hear me say that all the time. Life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond to what happens to you, because every experience is bringing a test or a challenge. And within those tests and those challenges, you have to choose to either grow or stay where you are. You have to choose to either manifest your potential or sit back and not manifest your potential. You have the ability to do some amazing things in your life. And I know that it can get hard or seem hard sometimes when we create realities or we're experiencing circumstances that we don't feel are conducive for our growth. But I love how Tony Robbins always says, it's not that we lack resources in our ability to grow and manifest and do what we have the potential to do. It's that we lack resourcefulness. And for many people, the reason they lack resourcefulness is because they don't study. They don't reach out. They don't reach out to people who can assist them on their path. They don't study and seek direction, and they just stay where they are. They're not looking for resources that can assist them in thinking different, moving different, and responding different. And as a result, they continue to respond the way that they've always responded. And as a result of that, they create this insanity that they call their lives, in which they are miserable in, or in which they are unhappy in, or in which they don't feel loved in. But you got to ask yourself, what do I want to manifest in my life? And am I willing to push out of my comfort zone? See, let me say this too. Sometimes the things that you are comfortable with are also the things that you are miserable with. See, comfort doesn't always mean it feels good. See, comfort is just familiarity. It's just something that you are familiar with. And so when we begin to grow and when we begin to move out of the comfort zone, we're moving into newness. So instead of feeling like you're afraid and tuning into that fear, start seeing that feeling as you moving into newness. It's almost like stepping into cold water for the first time. It's hot outside and you're ready to just dive in, but your body needs to adjust a little bit. Some people will say, no, I'm not getting in the water. It's too cold. But then you have those who say, just get it over with. And they just dive into it. See, you have to dive into newness. You have to just move in it. And once you move into it, just like diving into that cold water, pretty soon you will begin to acclimate your life according to the new temperature of that change. And so we want to move forward. We want to continue to grow. And this means that we got to apply the things that we need to apply in order to move into that newness, because it's all starting and ending with you. If you are ready to move beyond the comfort zone and you're ready to move into the growth zone, you're ready to truly experience your life and your purpose, then it's time to evolve every aspect of your life. It's time to realize how powerful and how amazing you are and create the changes in your life that you have the potential to create. So let's move forward. Let's push up out of the dirt of our lives and let's begin to grow and produce the fruit that we have the potential to produce. Let's reach out, start making connections, start getting the education so that we can manifest the wisdom of that growth and move into the growth zone where we step powerfully into our mastery and powerfully into our purpose. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to you tuning in to the next episode and the future episodes that I have on the way. Feel free to go to the website and click that support link. Show some love, leave a donation, and assist me in reaching the world. I love you all.